MMA Viking here with Oliver Enkamp, a day ahead of his big bout. A return to the cage. We don't get to see you too often, twice a year. First, let's talk about your diet. You seem to be a real nutritionist and a real foodie kind of guy.
Yeah, you can say.
Talk about your food preparation heading into this bout, which we've seen you kind of leaner than we've ever seen you before.
Yeah, well, I've gone through so many kinds of diets and tried different things. I always read science journals and updates. I'm very interested in nutrition and everything that can make me a better athlete. So my way to look at nutrition is I want it to be as natural as possible. So I don't buy stuff with long labels and a lot of additives and chemicals in it. But for me, I don't count my calories. I don't choose between fats or carbohydrates. If it's in the nature, I think we're supposed to eat it. That's my point of view today after trial and error and several kind of diets. And this last weeks I have just cut down on my intake and I've done this water loading method that worked very well. Yeah, weight was on point. I feel energized even though I'm very lean now, and I don't think it would be a problem to go down even further to lightweight sometime.
Great. And are you like a blender kind of guy? Do you like to throw a lot of vegetables in, or do you like more whole foods? How do you? What's your intake like?
I start every morning with a big smoothie. That's my breakfast. I don't eat any breakfast because I train in the morning, so I just make like a big smoothie. A lot of leafy greens, some protein. Natural protein and berries, fruits, that kind of stuff.
Let's talk about one thing we've never asked fighters, and this is the most we've talked nutrition in an interview, but before you step into the cage, what's the last thing you actually eat to get ready to fight?
On fight day and after the weigh-ins and on fight day, I like to keep it pretty light, my meals. I load with carbohydrates from like potato, maybe white rice, and lean protein. I eat chicken or fish. Salmon is good too, if I want some fats. And on the fight day, I don't want to feel full. I want to feel light and fast. So I stop. My last big meal is around lunch, I think, and then I just eat like snacks, and it's mostly just fruits and nuts, and maybe a small piece of chocolate or something to get the good mood. Yeah.
Will you be wearing an MMAViking.com sweatshirt when you walk to the cage tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't know. It was kind of too big. And I've got compliments that I look like Nick Diaz with it. When I came in with the hoodie, they tell me I look like Nick Diaz.
The Swedish Nick Diaz. Let's talk about your game. I think you're one of the more interesting fighters with your, really deep martial arts background. But you really showed a lot of, you almost look like an American wrestler with some of your takedowns in your last fight. Talk about your evolving game and your style.
Yeah, well, my game depends on who I fight, because I always adapt to my opponent, of course. In the first IRFA fight, you got to see a lot of grappling. In the second one, a lot of wrestling, because I felt we were kind of equal in the stand-up. But when I got him to the ground for the first time, he had a very hard time standing up. So why would I risk standing up with him if my wrestling was so much more superior? So I always make the game plan on the spot, and if my wrestling is better, I'm gonna go that way. If my grappling is better, I'm gonna take him down. If my striking is better, I keep it stand up. But tomorrow I hope we'll see a stand-up fight, because I've shown the other parts now, so a knockout will be good to finish with.
Last question. It looks like you maybe got hit in the face recently. Who do we owe that black eye to?
Yeah, we're not gonna give any credit to him, but I can tell you this was last week, and the week before it was this eye. So it gone some different places on my body. And week before that it was cut up here, and the week before that was the eardrum. So yeah, it's kind of hard being a fighter, but you know that's the way.
Right. Well, good luck to you tomorrow, and we'll see you there.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.